speaker is the newly appointed circuit judge in the 9th Judicial District, which includes McDonough County. Prior to her appointment to complete the term of now retired Circuit Judge Paul Mangieri, Judge Sutton was a partner with Lucy, Scaff, Sutton, and Beaugier in Macomb. She represents the 9th Judicial Circuit as a member of the General Assembly of the Illinois State Bar Association. Judge Sutton and her husband Chris live in Macomb with their 5 children. Join me in welcoming to the mic our very own Judge Emily Sutton.
We need to get you up. How do I follow Bill Houlihan? I mean, come on. It is an honor to be speaking with you tonight. As you have heard, I have a brand new job. Following an intense interview process, the Illinois Supreme Court appointed me to fill the remaining term of retired Circuit Court Judge Paul Mangieri. I have this appointment through November 2020. I'm asking for your help so that I can keep this remarkable new job in December 2020 and beyond. I am your candidate for this at-large circuit judgeship for the 9th Judicial Circuit. I've gotten to know a lot of you pretty well over the past few years, but you may not know exactly what makes me the right person for the job I'm asking to keep. So let me tell you. First, I am experienced and very qualified. I am a 2004 graduate of St. Louis University School of Law, where I interned in a federal district court and clerked for a law firm while attending classes. After passing the bar, I began serving the appellate court as a personal clerk to one of the justices. In that position, I researched and wrote draft opinions involving issues that run the gamut of Illinois law. I was assigned cases involving prisoner rights, divorces, drug offenses, termination of parental rights, and murders, to name just a few examples. I spent 4 years with the appellate court, where the most important consideration in every case was whether the parties before the trial court had a fair opportunity to be heard and their issues resolved according to the law of our state. For the past 11 years, I've been in private practice, most recently as a partner with Lucy, Scaff, Sutton, and Bauer here in Macomb. During those 11 years, I have, in no particular order, represented clients in business matters, divorces and parentage cases, estate planning, probate matters, small claims, landlord-tenant disputes, personal injury and property damages case for both plaintiffs and defendants, grandparent visitation, child emancipation, orders of protection, wrongful tree cutting, twice, and adoption. You get the point. There is very little that I have not seen before, and there's nothing I can't handle. I've also prepared many appeals, and I've argued before the 3rd and 4th District Appellate Courts in Illinois. I could stop there in asking you for your support for my candidacy, but you also need to know what kind of person I am. To explain that, I want to tell you about my first week on the bench. In just 5 days, I have granted emergency orders of protection to women and men who experience domestic violence. I have analyzed the law to determine whether an indigent person could have his assessments waived. I've decided whether there was sufficient cause to allow these cases to proceed against criminal defendants. I've authorized the state to take physical custody of a drug-addicted newborn. I've heard the testimony of a child who had experienced trauma at the hands of a family member. I encounter these people in my courtroom who are in crisis, who have conflict in their lives. They often need compassion, and they all deserve respect. That's what every single person who appears before me in any capacity gets, respect. What does respect look like? It's making sure that everyone in my courtroom understands what is happening. It is applying the law in a fair, impartial way. It is conducting myself in an ethical way. It is conducting myself in a thoughtful way and carefully considering and reconsidering all the information presented. It is recognizing the very real consequences my decisions have on the people in court, their families, and the public at large. It is conveying all of that through my words and demeanor. I may have referred to being a judge as a job, but that is not the way I think about it. It is the opportunity to use my experience, education, intellect, and insight to serve the public in an important and tangible way. I want to give you just one final piece of information to consider. The Ninth Judicial Circuit consists of McDonough, Hancock, Warren, Henderson, Fulton, and Knox counties. There are 14 judges who serve these 6 counties. I am one of 2 women currently on the bench in our circuit. At this time, no other candidates, Democrat or Republican, have officially announced they're running, but the word is that my probable opponent in the general election is a white male attorney who has less than half of my experience and absolutely no experience other than in criminal law. This young man will be asking voters to be their judge when they're getting a divorce, adopting a child, probating their mother's will, or requesting protection from an abusive partner. These are things I already know how to do. Being a judge is not an entry-level position. If I am elected, I will continue to be the only female Democratic judge in our circuit. Should my far less experienced opponent be elected, we will have an elected judiciary that is 70% Republican and 93% male. Diversity matters, representation matters, experience matters, integrity matters. Friends, I will make you proud that I am your circuit judge. I'm asking for your vote on November 3rd, 2020.